Hi all, my name is Jack Nichols. I'm a third year landscape architecture student at Jefferson. The two sites I've been working on are Cow Park and Neighbor Walk, which happen to be the two most popular sites from the previous survey. Um, the information we got from Cow Park is that people really wanted an exercise area, a playground, community garden, overall beautification, some sort of memorial possibly. They People pointed out that 84th Street and traffic in general is a big issue at this park, and people also wanted a picnic area somewhere on the site. In April Walk, the main thing that people wanted was overall beautification. Someone said that it seemed like the developer just stopped developing and planting trees within the park. The park is already used very well by the community, and it just needs a little bit of a touch up. So moving on to Cow Park, some of the main things I noticed was one, that traffic was absolutely an issue, especially on 84th Street. People move very quickly on 84th Street, and they also kind of whip around on Crane Street and this cut through here. Another issue was that there's no real entrances to the park, and the only paving on the park is this 2 foot wide um, sidewalk, which is adjacent to the road, which is extremely dangerous, especially because of the way people drive in this area. So, one of the key concerns I was trying to address in this design is planting a dense shade trees along 84th Street to help block the noise and make this site more safer, as well as moving the crosswalk in about 4 feet into the interior of the site and planting trees on the other side of the walkway to make it also safer and hopefully hopefully slow down traffic. Another thing to help slow down traffic would be to implement raised crosswalks, which act as large speed bumps. That way, someone who's trying to enter the park doesn't have to step down on the road and then step back up. It can just be a continuous straight line into the park. That would be in two spots, here and there along Crane Street. Another design aspect would be to implement a community garden, which would have 12 raised beds, a tool shed, composting area, orchard trees like pear and apple trees, as well as some seating area to utilize the shade from the existing trees. Um, Also, something that I was thinking about implementing was putting rain gardens in to help capture water runoff from the park. Another design aspect is adding a bike share depot where people can ride their bike here and lock it up, as well as having a tire inflation station. Um, Another aspect of the park is adding a nature play area where people can, or kids can play. Another area would be a dog park, that's with a walking loop around it, um, an area for big and small dogs. So there's no um, fighting in the park. This is the more passive design. I came up with two designs. This is what it could look like. This would be the community garden area with the raised planters and the tool shed and some planting around the fence. This is what a section would look like with big and small dog areas, as well as the playground with a big tractor uh, play area and a rain garden, bike share, and the looping walkway. This is the more active design where there's no dog park. This would be an open lawn with a sound stage so that people could um, host parties here. I was looking into adding a bigger community garden and expanding the nature play area into the open field so that people could play catch. This is what it would look like in a section. The bandstand, people could bring their own chairs and listen to live music and play catch with their kids. Moving on to April Walk, um, some of the main things are that there are no trees on the south side of the site. It is very open and it can get blistering hot in the summer. So what I proposed is a planting trees all along either side of the current walkway, as well as adding a gathering space in the center here with a pergola and seat walls, and adding a new entrance here, adding trash cans at all of the entrances for dog waste, and having a few seating nooks as well as benches along the walkway. This is what the site would hopefully look like with these seating walls, benches, and flowers. This is what a cross section would look like with the pergola, the open space, and the trees in the background, as well as a flush um, entrance to the park so that it would be accessible for um, strollers and handicapped people. Um, and this is just saying, please check out our survey at themeadows@eastwick.org. That would be much appreciated, and it would help us narrow down our 6 sites that we're proposing down to 1 so that we can actually get this site built.